Hey guys, DSKxMonkey here with another old school RuneScape Dragon Hunter alt from scratch episode. After completing 99 firemaking in the last 7 days, aka the last episode, I seriously went ham on the quest grind. And plus, another reason why I got a 99 straight off the bat in the first place is not just because of the money, but because I don't really plan on getting a fire cape. I've never done it in my many years of playing RuneScape, and I don't really plan on doing it now, so I'm definitely gonna go for another 99 in the future to get the best cape I can possibly get, which is a trimmed scaled cape. I'm a RuneScape veteran, but I'm really not an expert, and I haven't really done those much harder bosses. So with that out of the way, I ended up going for Rune Mysteries quest and the Abyssal mini quest, I believe it's what it's called, in order to get my rune crafting ready to go in the future, because it's definitely going to be a good money maker. I know a lot of people don't really like rune crafting, but hey, I already hit 99 on my main, so it is what it is. And as you can see there in the clip, my tomes haven't sold, but if you also noticed, I have kept a couple of the supplies from Winter Thought. I've definitely gonna be using them for a couple other grinds, and as you can see here, I decided to do something I've never done in my life, honestly. I'm gonna buy a bunch of dragon bones, and I'm actually gonna risk it all to use the chaos altar in the wilderness. I don't really use the wilderness too many times, but I decided I might as well do this as a level 3 so I have less chance of getting killed. And as you can see here, I'm ready to go with my full inventory of dragon bones and with the logout button ready. And I literally saw someone and I insta logged out like a pussy, dude. Like I said, I don't like the wilderness. I never go there, but whatever. In this upcoming clip, I end up growing a little bit more balls per se. And I just don't log out whenever I see someone. This is basically the run you make when you teleport with the burning amulet to the maze area. You just have to run, dodge the Chaos Fanatic, I believe is what it's called, and you get here. So the reason why I decided to do this training method for prayer at such a low level is because, one, less PKers can kill me out here, and two, it will actually save me a lot of money. And as you can see through my inventory, I used the bone like 2 or 3 times and it didn't get used up, and that's definitely the reason why a lot of people tend to use the Chaos Altar, because it saves a lot of money, and the bones you have to use to sacrifice on the altar could potentially be saved and used up again multiple times. So after a successful first trip, there's the Wine of Zamorak right here in the corner next to the Chaos Altar. I just spammed it until my HP hit 0 in order to respawn, and since I don't have anything else in my inventory and I'm not skulled, I keep the Burning Amulet and I keep going. I ended up showing my stats for that first run. I was pretty happy because I survived, and now we go into round 2, but I forgot to show you guys the risk I take, which is 78k, and that's not honestly not too bad of a risk. I don't really lose that much for doing that. And here we have another clip where I have the logout button ready just in case, but honestly it's pretty safe to do this on a low level. I'm pretty sure it's more risky when you're a main account or, you know, at least level 40 plus combat, because pretty much anybody can attack you, and an area of the Chaos Temple is definitely a multi-PKing area, which just means that a lot of people can attack you at once, and it's not a 1v1 like other areas in the wilderness. I ended up coming here and met a new friend, I'd like to call him that at least, because I ended up meeting him quite a lot of times throughout these little prayer grind sessions. I ended up talking to him quite a bit here. As you can tell, I was really scared of the level 48 because I thought it was like just right at the range where they can actually PK me, but thankfully he wasn't. I didn't really show the clip where, you know, the level 48 comes out because it's not really relevant. I don't end up dying. And just like my friend here, Delete Briggs, said, I also hate that Overwatch character, by the way. He mentioned how, you know, I'm not really risking anything with dragon bones, and I'm not even noting them in the first place, so it's not like I'm risking a lot. And I definitely do agree. This is money that can easily be remade regardless. Like I said, I considered this guy a new friend, even though we didn't add each other or anything. We just met, had a little nice chat here and there as we were both training our prayer up. And then something really happened, turns out. So before this clip, I ended up talking to him and seeing if he was safe and everything. And he seemed pretty confident because he has that particular shield that makes you a really big tank and basically unkillable unless you mess up. So as we were skilling, one person logged in and, well, let's just hear what I said during the clip.
No. Shit.
As you can tell, I thought it was pretty funny that he felt really safe and then ended up having to run away when a whole clan showed up. But thankfully, for you guys and for me, he ended up surviving that, I'm pretty sure, because I end up meeting him later down the line. As you can see here, I world hopped to a new world before going to the Chaos Altar, and I saw this level 70, and I thought it was fine. I continued doing my training, but then I decided to be a nice guy and warn him that there was actually a level 70 around world hopping. But unfortunately for me, he did not understand me. So what did I do next? Well, I actually know how to talk Spanish, so I tried to warn him in Spanish, even if I misspelled a couple words in Spanish in there. I can perfectly talk in Spanish, but I always misspell words here and there. So I warned him that, hey, there's a level 70 going around, be careful. And he basically said, oh, okay, thank you, in a way. And I don't know if it was him or not, but just coincidentally, as I was warning him, a level 38 shows up and ends up killing me. At first, I didn't think much of it because he ended up attacking the level 70. So I kept going and digging and using my bones on the Chaos Altar because, I felt pretty safe. He attacked him, not me. Maybe I'll have a chance to do a lot of bones here. But it turns out he switched his target onto me and I just ended up dying. I couldn't really dig the bones on time, and I forgot to protect from prayer, and I ended up dying. So I don't know if he called his friends over or not, but hey, I guess it comes to show you that you can't be too safe and feel too confident out here in the wilderness, because I definitely felt confident. And look here, look at this clip. He said he survived Pog, and I'm like, yo, that's good. I was happy for him. Started to do a couple chit chat right here, and then I ended up mentioning how I understood his name and I also disliked the character Brigitte. And we just had a connection there. I kind of hard flex on him and told him I'm actually top 500 on every role. Ha 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 ha. Weird flex, but okay moment. And I just continued doing prayer. I ended up doing all the way to 52 prayer with this Chaos Temple method in the wilderness, and I only died that one time because I was honestly being a little bit too cocky in the wilderness. I didn't think anybody was going to kill me at all, but it turns out that overconfidence made me die, in all honesty. So after getting 52 prayer, I decided to go really hard on the quest grind. The reason why I got to 52 prayer is because an achievement diary will eventually want me to have 52 prayers. So instead of just getting to 43 for protect from melee, I decided to just go all the way to 52 while I was at it. Plus, now that I can use protection prayers, I can just run around or walk through aggressive monsters and take 0 damage and feel pretty safe as a low level. Now that I explained my reasoning why I got to 52 prayer in the first place, here's the waterfall quest completed, giving us our first combat stats. While I was at it, I decided to start the Rescue for Disaster quest, finish Relentless Ghost, Plague City, and a couple other quests as you can see in the background. Honestly, most of the stats on this account, which I will showcase at the very end of the 14 days of membership, is all thanks to questing. I pretty much got all my skills just from questing alone, and I had a lot of fun doing it. I ended up doing a lot of quests I haven't even done on my main account yet, to be honest, which I definitely should get around to doing that. Oh, and while I'm mentioning that I haven't done certain quests on my main, I actually haven't even done Dragon Slayer 2 on my main account. So why did I even make a Dragon Slayer a Rune Dragon account, you might ask? Well, I don't fucking know. I just wanted to try it, do something new. It's definitely going to be really complicated for me, as I am not too confident in the boss fights when it's going to come down to Dragon Slayer 2, but I'm definitely going to try my best. I also did those kudos, by the way, and look at this. This is so stupid. I ended up getting the quest and then I almost died, so my protection prayers definitely did not help there. Besides that mishap after the Demon Slayer quest, I continued doing even more and more and more quests. Now you might be wondering, why did I do these quests in a certain order? And the only answer I can give you guys to the order of the quests I did was me just looking up on the Old School RuneScape wiki and just looking up the quest rewards for every quest, and that allowed me to look at all the EXP I can gain from doing a particular quest. So with that in mind, I looked at all the quests that would give a particular skill more EXP than the others, and if I had the stats required for it already, I would go ahead and complete them. If I didn't have the stats for it, I would look for other quests that will give me the stats for that quest. This is why I said earlier that most of the skills I have are all thanks to questing. I haven't even done Slayer on the account, which is surprising because I really do like Slayer, but honestly, low level Slayer is kind of ass. Not only have I not trained Slayer at all, I also have never trained agility on this account once. If you exclude the fact that, you sometimes have to go through certain agility courses, I get that in order to complete quests, but I haven't really trained it. And look at here, I used my protection prayers. Who would have thought? They're so helpful, I told you. Doing the 52 prayer grind so early on was so worthwhile. And I completed Shield Hero, by the way. I honestly used my alt account in order to complete it, because I have two alt accounts, this one and one defense pure. I then ended up wanting to finish up all the free-to-play quests as well, since it was a small goal of mine. After completing all the free-to-play quests, including Dragon Slayer by killing Elvarg here, I didn't really struggle too much. I did have to teleport the first time around because I didn't bring sufficient food. I thought I would hit a lot more often with my mage level, but I was still a pretty low level. I've never really done Dragon Slayer at this low combat before, so I guess it does explain why I was not prepared whatsoever to do this one the first time around. But the second time around, I was able to kill him, take his head, and complete Dragon Slayer 1. This means we are one step closer to Dragon Slayer 2. Not really, because we still got a lot of quests to do. Fuck. After Dragon Slayer and a couple other quests after that, I ended up stumbling against another mini boss that I couldn't really kill on the first try. I ended up having to teleport as well, like an Elvarg. I know, I'm pretty disappointing, but I was not prepared whatsoever for this fight. I ended up going the flinching route with my protection prayer on, which is pretty damn helpful. I told you guys, this is the best thing I've ever done on any one of my accounts. Just getting prayer all the way up to protection prayers is definitely a blessing in disguise. I highly recommend doing this early on. I highly recommend this to everyone. I do not regret spending around 600k for 52 prayer. Definitely will do it again. Now, besides questing, I ended up having to do a bit of cooking, and I know the early levels of cooking sucks, so I found this particular method very helpful. Just buy a bunch of raw potatoes and cook them. You eventually stop burning them around 37, 38, 39, around there. Ended up selling some of the burnt potatoes to this fine gentleman here who was asking for them. And while I was at it, I ended up doing a bit of skilling with all the items I kept from Winter Thaw. I ended up doing a couple of silver bars because at first I was thinking I might as well turn these on to silver bars, get smithing EXP, and get crafting EXP, because at the time I was thinking maybe I'll do tiaras. And after I do the tiaras, I tried to do rune crafting. By this, I meant rune crafting elemental tiaras, but I soon found out that it doesn't really make you profit even though I have the raw ingredients. You just lose a lot of money even though you get a decent amount of EXP for making the elemental tiaras. So I quickly scratched off that idea and decided to do something else. I then decided to just train my magic a little bit because I definitely needed it higher for a couple of quests, and I made some money out of it by doing Rings of Recoil. I also have a bunch of bowstrings and still gotta fletch the logs I do still have, and probably keep those smithing supplies for later on. Here I'm showing you the profit I made from the potatoes. Pretty self-explanatory, pretty good amount of profit. Had to sell them a little bit under, but that's okay. And I also did a couple more rings. After that, I decided to do another quest. And look at this clip right here. I'm currently pickpocketing a little bit because I might as well do it as I'm completing one of these quests. And I ended up getting 3 rusty swords, which is going to be very helpful because you do have a chance of failing this achievement diary when you give this particular guy a rusty sword. But thankfully I got 3 tries for that, and I'll eventually do achievement diaries later down the line. After that, I am back with showcasing why I love the idea of just getting protection prayers right off the bat. Look at this. All these guys attacking me. I don't even need the jugs of wine to replenish my health. I literally just put that protection prayer on and they do 0 damage to me. I fucking love this. And now, please enjoy a mini quest montage. Since I was in Current again, I decided to do the full Arceus favor. As you can see from this clip, I just go back and forth with a bunch of these books that they wanted to read, and I get a bunch of free rune crafting EXP because of it. I know I do not have rune lights, so it's a little bit harder for me, but it wasn't that bad. I just went upstairs, talked to someone, and it told me exactly where the book they wanted to read was found. Not only did that Arceus 100% favor get us a bit of rune crafting levels, I actually went to do some mud rune crafting. This is probably gonna be the method I use in order to make some money. It's pretty easy once you do the Enlightened Journey quest and deliver your willow logs there. You just go to Varrock, click right here, make sure to click your talisman on the crafting itself, and that's how you made the mud runes. I'm not really explaining everything you really need because this isn't truly a guide, but I'm definitely gonna be here quite a lot because I think making a lot of GP instead of EXP is gonna be pretty fun for me because I'm definitely gonna need a lot of money to buy all the Dragon Hunter supplies. And if you didn't notice, there's a couple guys doing the mud rune crafting with me, and I'm pretty sure they're bots, and I actually found the mule, but I didn't really record it because I didn't feel like it. After that, I decided to get some kudos lamps because I'm gonna do Bon Voyage. It's very, very good quest. I should have done it earlier, and here we are with me explain to you how wonderful it is to have protection prayers. Makes everything so easy. And here is a little mess up. I didn't catch the quest recorded because I was in full screen, so my bad. This one is for you, Isaac. I highly recommend this quest. It gives you a lot of rune crafting and construction EXP, as well as getting the crystal saw, which is very useful for construction. And I reached 1,000 total level. I ended up using the rewards from this particular quest to gain even more runecrafting EXP for free, because I'm definitely going to be training that quite a lot, as it will be one of my main money making methods. And now you know what time it is, boys. It's me saying how protection prayers are so good early on. Oh my god, look at this. He never hit me once, but I never hit him either, so I guess that sucks. After completing Monkey Madness, I ran all the way to the other gnome in order to get my juicy EXP in combat, which includes strength, defense, and attack. This is definitely going to be useful, and it's just another example of me never training my combat mostly, and just getting most of my stats through quests. Not gonna lie, boys, these next clips disappoint me so much. I ended up getting one mine rock here and not a gout tuber, and then I ended up getting another one not too long afterwards. And then not only that, we ended up getting 3 and then a 4th one. Literally by the time I was about to end the 100% favor. It's ridiculous. I have terrible luck. I wish one of those was a gout tuber. Would have been like a 700k, 800k profit super easily. And hey, look at here. I'm abusing the beautiful prayer ability, which makes me use no food and defeat the bosses pretty easily. I love it. And not too long after that, I also continue abusing the magic of having protection prayers at an early level. Look at here. I'm looking like a freaking snack with that full rune armor and fire cape. Jesus, I'm such a noob. I didn't really bother buying gear upgrades. I'm just buying, like, you know, just the stuff I need for quests and such. This particular quest was really annoying because it involved a lot of running around, but it was definitely worth it. A lot of agility EXP, thieving EXP, a bit of construction, and you also get this item for your rewards that you can use for runecrafting XP, just like I did right here. A lot of free runecrafting XP, that's for sure. And now, after these last few quests I was able to complete before my membership runs out, I accomplished all the 14 days of the bond. And 14 days I did play this account for, I ended up gaining a total of 177 quest points, which is pretty good. I definitely could have done a lot more if I decided not to go for 99 firemaking right off the bat. As you can tell from my last episode, I spent 7 days on firemaking and not too many quests. But in these last few 7 days, I did go hard on the quests. Almost have all the Dragon Slayer 2 requirements, and here are the stats I ended up with. I am also level 60, but that doesn't really matter. Level 60, and these are the stats. As you can tell, I got most of these just through questing itself. I trained a little bit of strength because in quests you gotta fight monsters, so I might have gotten a few levels off of that. as well as HP and magic. I did end up training magic a little bit with rings of recoils and dueling rings. I obviously trained my prayer to 52, and then I did a couple bowstrings, obviously winter thought to 99, did potatoes to 57, did a bit of mining for a couple of the last quests I needed to do, and that's about it. I actually forgot about fletching. This is probably gonna be my next 99 in order to get a bigger fat cash stack. I'm not gonna show the bank just yet because I don't really want to show it. I just want to end the video here. Sorry if the editing was a little bit more rushed. I definitely was trying to speed run it this time around, but on the next episode I should have live commentary, as you can tell from this particular clip. Anyways, don't forget to 90 that like button, and I'll see you guys later. Peace. Let's wave. Let's wave. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where? Oh my god. There it is. Bye bye.